Let us bring in Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter. Congressman, great to have you on the program. Now that the court has thrown President Biden and his administration a lifeline that he fought against, mind you, what's he going to do with it?
Well, hopefully we're going to enforce it, and he will be caused to enforce it, and that's a good thing. Look, if it weren't for Title 42, we'd have a full-blown catastrophe at the southern border right now. We've already seen they were preparing for it whenever it was to expire. I applaud the Supreme Court for what they've done. If they had not done this, I hate to think of what would be happening at that southern border right now. I've been to the border, unlike this president, and I've seen firsthand. I've talked to the border agents who, by the way, are doing yeoman's work. They're doing humanitarian work, and they're doing an outstanding job. But that's not what they were trained for. That's not what they're there for. They're not being able to use their skills of enforcement because this administration is hampering them, is hindering them from doing just that. This administration has got to wake up, and they've got to do something about this disaster that we have right now at the southern border.
While all this is happening, the President of the United States has a nice fruity drink with an umbrella in it. Your soon-to-be colleague, Florida Congressman-elect Corey Mills, says Joe Biden's vacation is really par for the course from this White House. Listen.
This almost appears to be the status quo of the Biden administration, whether it's Biden going to the Caribbean during a time of this cyclone bomb and our open borders, or whether it was Pete Buttigieg during our supply chain issues who went ahead and went on leave instead of addressing the issues for the Department of Transportation. So the real problem here is that they don't want to address the issue. They're playing political football to kick it down the line.
So, Congressman, that's the White House, and obviously they've had 2 years to deal with this. They haven't. I don't think they will going forward, but that remains yet to be seen. Once you, as the Republicans, take the majority in the House literally next week, are you prepared to work with Senate Democrats, who have the majority over there in their body, to come up with a bipartisan solution that works for the American people and stops this horrific problem at our border?
Absolutely, we're ready. We're prepared, and we're going to do just that. Let me tell you, oversight is one of the strongest tools we have in our tool chest, and we're going to use that. We've got to make sure that this is being taken care of. I would submit to you that in many ways, a divided government works better. I mean, you only have to look to the recent past with Tip O'Neill and Ronald Reagan, with Newt Gingrich and Bill Clinton, to see where they got things done. And I'm looking forward to this because, this one-party Democratic majority rule has obviously not worked. Now that we're going to have control of the House of Representatives, we're going to bring in bipartisan solutions to get some things done. And certainly the border is one of the most pressing issues, if not the most pressing issues, that we have to deal with right now in this country.
For so many reasons, not the least of which is the fentanyl continuing to enter our country across the border at record levels. Because of that, the FDA is now fast-tracking their review of a new over-the-counter drug for opioid overdoses, I should say. Congressman, are we reaching the point where literally every home and every business in America is going to need to have Narcan or one of these devices, these drugs, to counteract the effect of fentanyl?
We are reaching that point. Narcan's becoming almost as common as defibrillators are. And I applaud the FDA for what they're doing, because they take the unprecedented step of going ahead and formulating OTC packaging and labeling for Narcan, even though it hasn't been approved. And Congress and the FDA has been encouraging the pharmaceutical manufacturers to apply for the OTC status of Narcan. And that's what needs to happen right now. When I first started talking about this, I used to say, well, there's enough illegal fentanyl in this country now to kill every American 7 times over. As time has gone on, that number has grown to there's enough illicit fentanyl in this country to kill every American 10 times over. It's increasing that much. We've got to do something about this epidemic, this poisoning of our citizens by fentanyl that's coming across that border. When will this administration wake up? When will they understand that this is a national epidemic that we have going on here?
Right. It's like multiple terror attacks every single day, and the administration does nothing about it. Congressman Buddy Carter, you're doing something about it. Thank you very much.